Hey guys, Jeffries here, and welcome back to the Jeffries network on OpenTTD. Here's me clicking all the wrong things, and there we go. Right, so yeah, we are back here at the new Gardcity, and eagle-eyed viewers might have already noticed that there is a big change. Now, before I talk you through the big change, I want to ask you guys something, a bit of a favour, let's call it. If you're watching a video of mine, and I'm very, very grateful that people do, don't get me wrong, and there's something like an audio glitch, or I don't know, the video goes black for a couple of seconds, something like that, can you wait before you comment? And I don't mean like wait days, months, years, whatever. I mean wait more than 30 seconds. So on Monday's episode, there was an audio echo. What happened was, when I live stream, the audio goes straight through OBS onto Twitch. But when I record using Audacity for the audio. So for literally 30 seconds, it stopped in the 30th second of the video. But for the first 30 seconds of Monday's episode, there was a bit of an echo. Fair enough, I messed up. I should have changed the setting and I forgot. But it was 30 seconds. And yet, two people decided that 30 seconds was all they were going to watch, and they demanded that, well, actually, one person just kindly informed me that there was an echo, and I don't mind that as much, but someone else demanded that I redo the entire video. Now, I'm sure you can understand, and I've said this many times before, I spend hours rendering videos. So when someone asks me if I can re-render a video just to fix a tiny little problem like that, you can understand why I might be a bit skeptical and reluctant. But please, guys, as I say, I really appreciate the support and I really appreciate people watching the videos. But if there is a mistake in the video, please wait more than 30 seconds before you say something. Because you even hear me say in the video, oh, I've left the audio on from the stream. And then you hear me switch it off and then it's fine for the next 59 minutes or however long. In fact, let me find out exactly how long the video was, so I can put it into a bit more perspective. So let's see, 30 seconds the audio lasted for, and the video is 47 minutes 45 seconds long. So for 47 minutes and 15 seconds there is perfect audio. So watch at least, I don't know, 10 minutes, maybe even longer, before you start commenting and tell me there's a problem. Because chances are I'd have fixed it by then. Anyway, rant over. Moaning over. It just winds me up every now and then that people, it's almost like people aren't paying attention, really. They're not watching all of the videos, they just want to complain. That's why I get irate about it, because it does just feel like people want to complain about something, and my videos are unfortunately the target. As I say, enough of that. You'll notice some changes. I've started doing some road layouts. Now, I did issue a spoiler alert, I think it was yesterday, because somebody, and I should have all this stuff to hand, really, W. Copson on Twitter sent me a tweet yesterday saying, plan out the metro now with the 4 main stations as it will be easier to fit in. And it's one of these amazing coincidences in life, because guess what I was doing at the exact moment he tweeted me that. So, every single main station now, bar a couple on the east side, which I was going to finish off in today's episode, they're all linked up with a metro line. One metro line at the moment. I'll talk you through a little bit more of the plans in a second. But it's one metro line at the moment, and then I'm going to start planning out things like tram lines and bus lines. So, why is it only one metro line? The reason it's only one metro line at this stage is there are going to be more than one metro line, don't worry. I'm not limiting it at one. The reason I've done this is because there's going to be a circle line. A bit like in London. There's going to be a circle line that's going to link up all the main terminals. And I wanted to build that one first. And you'll notice one's here, like this line out of St. John, it actually splits off and goes in a different direction. And again, eagle-eyed viewers might have noticed, down here, not at St. Mark, but down here, there's a big junction station, where there's a line that comes in this way, and there's a line that goes out this way. Now, if you're wondering what these openings are, these are all going to be the locations of stations. There's going to be one here, for example, there's going to be one here at St. Thomas, there's going to be one here, there's going to be one here. There's going to be one here just before the tunnels, which go underneath St. John. I did do some land reclamation, and I also did some rebuilding of the junction here. In fact, I need to do some more rebuilding of the junction here, because this line is now actually going to be part of the slow lines going in and out of GSJ. So there's 4 express tracks and there's 5 local tracks. I think that's a lot better. Also, this skyscraper is bugging me. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just it's in the wrong place. Because when you think about it, how are they going to get in to that building there? Really, it needs to be there, because at least then there's like a road access. So see, it's a short roof, isn't it? In fact, I could build a long roof under this section here. Yeah, I'm going to do that. That looks better. So yeah, the metro line at the moment, it starts... Where the hell are we? It starts here, another little open station with some junctions and stuff. I might do another line that branches off here actually, but yeah, let's try that. So, I mean, I wouldn't say that any of these stations are modelled after anything as such. You know, I haven't intentionally planned out any, you know, this station's going to be like... I mean, name a tube station. That's the thing. They're not inspired by anything, is what I'm trying to say. They're all just open plan stations. Let's break my usual laws and do a crossover like that. Something like that perhaps, and we'll do the same thing on this side as well then. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like so. And then we'll try and get as much of a crossover in here as we can. So one like that, and one like that. And then it'll go into some tunnels. And we'll sort that out in a second. So yeah, I want to start at this end. I want to start at this end of things. I'm going to build a tunnel through here. It's basically the entire line, apart from some corners, which obviously you can't build in tunnels. The entire line is going to be in tunnel bar stations, and it's all lowered. So as I said, I've done some land reclamation. Done quite a bit around here. I did a big bit over here. You could sort of see where it's been done. So I could build the track in the trough. And that's because I actually want the entire circle line to be built below ground level. I think that's going to be a cool feature of the line. Some of the other metro tracks will come up from above ground level, but just for this particular one, below ground level works quite nicely for me. But as you can see, this line is actually nearly finished. And I was meant to build a terminal at St. Christopher, but I completely... Well, it's not that I forgot as such, it's more... didn't really have time. I've had a very busy week again. I think I mentioned this in a Football Manager stream. There's a lot of people here that might not see this. I'm doing a project at university at the moment that involves working with virtual reality technology. So there's a program called Google Tilt Brush, and you use it with the HTC Vive. I think it's compatible with other VR as well. I'm not 100% sure, but you do need to link it up with Steam, because you get the software through Steam. And we're currently getting students in from other parts of the university to draw in 3D using Tilt Brush, and then we take the best artwork from each student and we display it at an art gallery at a date and time that has not yet been confirmed with me, actually, which is a bit annoying. But it's going well. But unfortunately, what it does mean is I'm away from home a lot, because I'm on campus sorting all this stuff out. So part of my job in this project is to actually bring in the students and train them in how to use the VR, which is a really cool thing. Don't get me wrong, but it really does take it out of you. So my day starts On Tuesdays it starts in the afternoon, so it's not too bad, but it doesn't finish until early evening, which is quite a long time to be at a university for. So I worked it out, not this week just gone, but the week before. I was on campus for 20 hours. Normally I'm only on campus for, actually no, sorry, 20 hours? 30 hours I think it was. Normally I'm only on campus for 9 hours. So double the amount of time. And yes, you're probably at school longer in a week, but I don't think it's as full on as you are at school. Because at school you do get break time, you do get lunch time. Here we didn't get that. You know, it was literally, you go in the morning, you stay there till the evening. And that was our day. So it's been quite tiring. But I obviously wasn't going to let you guys down when it came to this video. I was always going to make this video. And I've got my live stream this evening as well, which by the time you're watching this, the live stream would have in fact started. So I don't know, might see you on Twitch, I suppose. Anyway, so I'm designing this station. Let's see, would that go? No. Oh, you have to build it on track, don't you? In fact, no, you don't have to build it on track. Why does it not let me build that there? That's stupid. Well, that one. Yeah, that one works. So I've got another track sort of hidden under here. I can actually attach that to something. If I do that and do this and then join that up like so. This is just done to fill the gap really between the two roads. And it looks quite nice. I have to say, it does fit the theme. Like that. And then I think under the buffer stops, are there buffer stops that include this now? I bet there isn't. No, there aren't. Okay, well that's great. I'll build one, it's no problem. Just stick one in like so. And that's that station design. St George West, it's currently called. It will be renamed. All of these metro stations will be named after I nearly said real places then, but that's not quite what I was going for. Let's put another crossover there as well. I'm not 100% sure I like this layout. What was I going to say? What are they going to be named after? My memory today. You can tell I'm tired. You can tell I'm tired. Put it there, new. Yeah, I can't for the life of me remember what I was saying. That's not good. Also, that's not part of St George North. This is part of Gardcity St George. Like so. Alright, we'll go for this type of tree this time. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Where's the one with the stairs? There. Can I pop that in? Yeah, it doesn't look too out of place. I'll pop that one there. So, I mean, you can tell that these are metro stations, which is fine. That's no problem. And I actually quite like the look of that. I think that looks really cool. The only thing I'm a little aggrieved about is the fact that there aren't more tiles for metro. They're all very similar. I wouldn't mind if there was one. Well, I don't know. That's the thing. I don't even know what the one I want would have. Oh, that looks better. Yeah, that looks better. That looks like there's a bit more thought's gone into it. Well, that's not good. Let's replace that. Yeah, that looks better because it goes down between the tracks then. As you'll see, we've got platforms on both sides here. We've gone for what's known as the Spanish solution, which is something that I forgot the name of in a previous episode, but yes, I do remember it now. It's called the Spanish solution. Why it's called that? I think it was developed in Spain. I'm sure someone will tell me in the comments. I believe it was originally used on the Barcelona Metro, though, which is where, funny enough, it got its name from. Right, yeah, we'll use that like that. We'll use the dual gear track one again, like so. And then we'll use that one and that one there like that. And then where's the bike shelters there? And I suppose we'll put some trees again down this side. Using the trees to my advantage. That's one thing I'm definitely doing. I think if I put roads down the sides like this. Now Bartholomew needs to be, well, I imagine it will need to be rebuilt, fit in with the new road patterns. You see, I'm doing 2x2 grids the majority of the time, but when there's a station, so over here, you see the grid itself actually gets bigger. And I think that's quite a cool way of doing it. I think that's a good solution to a problem that never really existed in the first place, but even so, it's a good solution. As you can see, I'll do this like this. You see I've started putting in bus stations as well, which is good. I think they're doing their job quite nicely. Let's take that back actually. Take that back again. And do that, do that, do that. Okay, so as you can see, Bartholomew will need to be rebuilt, which is fine. Not a problem. That's what this episode is all about. I'm showing you guys my methods. It seems to be quite a popular thing on the channel, so I might as well carry on doing it. Right. So, this road's going to carry on like that. And then this one's going to go along, this one's going to go along, this one's going to go along, and this one's going to go along. Now you can see the new grid shape. What it does mean, unfortunately, is some buildings do end up being sacrificed. But once I start unpausing the game, hopefully, all of those buildings will start growing back again. I imagine so. I don't know why they wouldn't. We have a lot of growth potential. You know, we're putting in mass transit. We're putting in heavy and light rail, so there's no reason why it won't grow back again. I've always wondered that, actually. Obviously, light rail tends to be mass transit, so things like the Croydon trams, light rail. Docklands Light Railway, clues in the name, light rail. London Underground. Now, normally metro systems are considered, sometimes they're considered heavy rail, but sometimes, or the majority of the time, they're considered to be light rail. So where does London Underground fit in with that? Because they're very heavy looking trains, especially on the subsurface lines. So are they underground? No, are they underground? Are they heavy rail or are they light rail? That's a question. I would like to believe that light rail doesn't necessarily mean the type of train and the type of track. It's more the type of system. So on that logic, it's light rail. But it's always interesting to sort of open the question out to you guys and see what you think. There's no... Well, obviously there is a right and wrong answer, but I'm not looking for a right or wrong answer. I'm looking for an opinion. What do you guys think? You know, comment description, comments. Oh my god, I can't talk today. Comment section down below is the best place to be putting in those suggestions. But yeah. See, I'm always full of interesting questions. I might not be able to say them properly, but I'm always full of interesting questions. Also, this grid section that I am doing, it does get a little boring after a while, but when you look at it from above, like I've done a couple of times, and we did at the start of the episode, it does look like a city. I mean, Barcelona, going back to Barcelona, the majority of the main part of Barcelona is built in square shapes like we've got here. So I think it's cool that we've got same kind of thing going on here. Right, so I'll draw a big shape like this and fill it in. I might put some variants in. There are other rail lines that we've got to get through, of course. This time round, last time round we didn't really have it and it got quite irritating, but this time round I'd like a freight link between the north of the city and the south of the city. Because in the previous map you had to go north to then use the was it Chetston Freight Link, I think it was called, to then head south. Which, I mean, in real life that does happen. Freight trains are diverted the long way around, as it were. But I would quite like to avoid that this time round. Because also I built some bridges in and out of Guard Lake. Guard Lake itself is expanded, and the central bus station, which we saw last time, has as well gotten bigger. I do feel like I should put the tram stops in as well. Quite a long way from the main station though. I might have an idea actually. Yeah, I might have an idea. We'll see. But the metro line is all linked up now. We'll obviously put some more stations in this episode. The ones I need to focus on though are these types of ones here. The ones at the terminals. St. John. Now this one's going to be difficult because you see I've built the bus hub here for St. John between these two. So I don't think, I mean I can build a road along here I suppose, or I could build a tram actually. Build the tram along there. Yeah, that kind of works better. The tram will go through like that and then out up this road, quite a main road. Yeah, that kind of works. And then this side there'll be houses and stuff, so it won't be as bad. Same dealio though. We'll do the 4 corners. That's dual track. That'll go there. That one will go there. And I think that we call that one done really. Unless you want to put that there and that there. And one there, one there. So the entranceway would be on this side of things. And then there'll be another station over here. St. John Valley. Well, that name's going to change. That's not a good name. Not for these stations. Right. Excuse me just 1 second, guys. I've got Facebook messages coming in all over the place. Okay. Right, sorry. Very unprofessional. As I say, this project is quite important. We're sort of the... trying to think of a way of saying it. It doesn't sound like I'm inflating my ego, but we have a very important job in this this project of ours. Because basically, it's a weird one. The module's called Teamwork Practices, and it is just that. It's teaching us to work in teams. But the rule of thumb with this project is if any team fails their part of the assignment, then everybody fails the assignment. So everyone is on everyone's back at the moment, making sure that everyone's doing the right thing. So what that does mean, unfortunately, is I do have to respond to messages as soon as they come through. Especially today, as it's someone very panicked asking where the files have gone from the training sessions. So apologies for that. It's all worth it though. It is all worth it. There are a lot of people working very hard on this project, so I can only commend them for their efforts and also help out whenever I can. It's fun. It is fun. It is very fun. And I realise the more I say that, the less likely it sounds. But honestly, guys, it is fun. It's just, it can be hard work. Anyway, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about this. So, St. Thomas Metro Station is built. Now we've got the big junction one coming up. Oh no, sorry, St. Mark comes first. Wow, I'm forgetting the size of the city already. And where things go. That's not good, is it? I mean, I think this Gardcity is almost twice the size of the last one. And that is saying something right now. But I like the fact that I'm planning all this ahead of time. so that we don't end up with a big problem in the future. Right, St Mark Valley done. Now we've got St Mark. Now St Mark bus station is kind of tucked away in this corner here. It might actually spread over 2 blocks, which is in itself is quite cool. So there's that one. Now we've got the big junction station. Now this one I'm actually going to have as open plan. Let's see, what have we got? We've got buildings that we can chuck in, like that. So that doesn't really work, does it? Dutch platforms, that's what we want. Drag and drop. Let's get rid of that. So there's going to be a whole array of Spanish solutions going on here. So let me see if there's, first of all, if there's the right number of tracks. So boarding will be on this side, let's say. Alighting will be in the middle, which means boarding and boarding. Alighting, alighting, boarding, boarding, alighting. Yeah, I mean it works as a concept, sure. Let's see. No, I don't want that type. We'll put a bridge at the end. Something like that. Now ideally I'd like that to connect to the road, but it doesn't really, does it? Let's chuck in some benches. Chuck in some CTAs, because people love to know when the next train's arriving, which is perfectly within their right. And then I'll chuck some plant barges and some shelters. Can't change. Oh, that's an island one. How the hell does that work then? It's a bit dumb. Alright, I'll leave the rest as they are. So there's St Mark transfer done. You might notice as well, I haven't done any signalling yet. That will come afterwards. Platform length 1. Yeah, signalling will come afterwards. Signalling on this section of line is going to be really easy. It's just literally going to be pop signals in tunnel entrances, and that's it. That's basically the entire line signalled. Simple as that. Now yes, every single station on this line does look the same. That's part of the design, I'm afraid. It's not the most entertaining thing in the world, but it is realistic. Some metros around the world do have stations that are almost identical. If I could change things up, I would, but as I say, because there's no variety in the station tiles available, I'm sure there is, and I've missed them somewhere. I mean, that's all we've got for Metro. 9 different types of tile. And these two can't even go above tracks. So we are very limited in what we can and can't do, I'm afraid. But, you know, I'll do my best. I'll do my best. Oh, no, done bike shelters. We need stairs. And then we'll put that in as well. So we've got these two lower styled ones, and then we'll go back to a big one. Like so. And then over this side we'll use these ones here. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. And then we've got this big station where we started, which is perfect. Let's throw in some of these as well, like that. And I'll throw in a couple of these like that, just to add a bit more variety and make it look a bit nicer. Okay, so that's all the Metro. Oh no, we've got one more. We've got 2 more. How did I miss those out? It's not very good. Alright, that, and that, and that. Oh, let's use that type. that, that, and that. Right, signals. The easy bit. Literally that and that. Done. That, done. Over here, that, done. Let's do that actually, just so I can see a bit more. Yep, that and that done. That, done. Except that one is going to be path signal. Here, there's going to be a path signal there. Now this section is going to be slightly more varied, I think, there. Like that. And then that, done. That and that. Oops. That and that. There will be one there, and then roughly halfway, which is there. Yep, all good. That and that. And then here, signal. And I will pop one here for programming purposes. That and that again, that one really is there for programming purposes. This is a weird junction, this one. It does work. When you sort of, it doesn't look like it'll work, but it does, it will work. I can't say for definite that it does, but I can say that it will. Hopefully. I mean, we can always chuck signals in and have them limit what trains are allowed through. I'd say that's something that I knew existed, but never really thought of trying. But I'm going to be brave in this series. I'm going to try things that I wouldn't have otherwise tried and see how they work. And if they end up being a complete failure, then we'll know for next time. If they end up being a rousing success, then I knew all along that they would work. Right, that's that one done. And then signal and signal. That obviously is path signal. In fact, this one's path signal as well. And this one. And that is the entirety of the loop signaled. How many stations do we have, by the way? Let's start at GSG 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21 stations. That's not bad. That is not bad going at all. Right, so we'll do some more roads. No, not tram, road. Now, I haven't, as I say, I know there will be more than one metro line. I mean, that's pretty damn obvious, isn't it? But what I can't say for certain is exactly how many there will end up being, because I don't know yet. Simple as that, really. I don't know yet. And if I don't know, how the hell will you know? So, what I can tell you, I'm going to do these in blocks of 3 actually. Well, this one I'll do as a block of 2. But then this one I'll do as a block of 3. And what I can tell you is there will be more than one. And they will also be like a hub and spoke design. So, as you can already see, we've got this divergence here that goes off this way. Now, I plan for this line to come in like this, as you'd expect, go around here, around here, around here, and actually have it terminate at what is currently called St. Mark Transfer. It won't be called that in the future. This line will come through, and I have an idea for this one to terminate up here. And this one that comes in, again, I have the plan for it to sort of follow this way and maybe even branch off this way to a terminus over here somewhere. But obviously we don't have what you would call a city centre. I mean, technically the middle of Guard Lake will be the city centre, but it's not, at this stage at least, it's not metro accessible. It might be in the future, I haven't decided yet. But what that does mean, of course, is the majority of the city centre itself is not going to be served by metro. It's going to be served by bus and by tram, and of course by train. Going through the centre of Guard Lake, or going through technically the outskirts of Guard Lake when you think about it. This will all be blown up with skyscrapers and stuff soon, I'm sure of it, once we actually get the simulation going. And I'm just looking at this Bartholomew station, and I'm wondering, would it not be better if it were underground, or below ground level? Would that not work better? Let's try it out, shall we? All of this, demolish it all. Because the real Moorgate, bear in mind Bartholomew is modelled on Moorgate, the real Moorgate is built below ground level. It's an underground, well, yeah, I mean technically yes, it is an underground station. So we should replicate that here. Shall I build it as this style? I mean technically yes, I can, because I can chuck in up. Wondering why I couldn't find what I was looking for. Station buildings, that's what I was looking for. No? I bet I could build it that way though. Somewhere, non-track stations. That's probably more like it. Yeah. Let's see, that's also a 1x2. That's fine. So you are Bartholomew. So is this one. That's awesome. And then metro style. It was something like that, was it not? Maybe a bit longer. Yeah, it was about 7. And let's see, we'll decorate that end like so. We'll decorate this end like that. Not an awful lot of decoration we need to put on top, really. Bearing in mind the entrance is actually in this station building, so all of this is just going to be decoration on top. Like so. And then out here we have the crossovers. See, lower that right down. Like that. That one will go there like that, obviously. Wrong type of... Yeah, that looks better. Let's do it. An interesting new way of doing the station throat. Like so. Now Moorgate itself is only 2 platforms, so we're already 1 up on that. And we'll do the design for this. This will have to run next to it in a trench, of course. So it'll be that length with a signal there. And that length with a signal there. Do you know what? No, there's no point. I was going to decorate it a bit more, but there's no point. Bartholomew Woods. And then, yeah, we'll do that goes in like that. Because then what I can do is lift this back up and have this as a tunnel. So we'll have that go like that. Actually, we'll have that come back one. That will go across like so. Okay, and that will go there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. And that one goes there. Yeah, that looks nicer. That does look nicer. And just for clarity's sake, we'll have a road that goes up like that, join up there obviously, and that will carry on going up to somewhere up there. I'm going to encompass this textile mill. I think that's something else that I should start thinking about actually, is the industry in the city. Some of the industry is going to be kept rather than gotten rid of. I think that's not a bad idea at all. So we do end up with this weird shape here, but that's fine. Right, and then this will go up like that. Let's see, there'll be one there. There'll be one there. In fact, let's not put that one there. Let's put it here. Like that. And then we'll have a road there. And a road there. And a road there. I don't know. Something like that. It's going to be a bit... It breaks the grid a little bit. But it means that the station now fits in. And this will run underground for a little bit longer. And then it will probably rise up here at Rinfingford. Go round here by Ley Hill, and it will join up with the main line again somewhere up here, like a Finsbury Park type thing. It'll be a little bit further over actually, so that the track doesn't have to twist and turn too much. Also over here I built what will be sort of a version of Dartbourne, a new version of Dartbourne, but it's got 2 express tracks that go through, and then it's got 2 express platforms, one either side of course, and then it's got local platforms which can also be used for express trains as well. And again, I think this layout, it looks a bit chaotic at this side. It's a bit more organised on this side. That being said, should probably do the old crossovers trick. Something like that, and then this side will come back in that sort of shape. There we go. That looks nicer. Wrong button. There we go. So yeah, that's a big interchange station. You can see I've already started putting in platforms for this line, which I'm quite happy with. I'm tempted to put one here as well, but I think it's a bit too close to St John. It's almost within metro territory. So we'll ignore that right now. Also over here, coming out of St Thomas, I've put a station here and I've put a station here. This station is built, but this might change in the future. There will be express tracks, of course. These 2 tracks here. Not every express train will stop, some of which will bomb straight through. I've also built this new line that comes down this way, which will go over to another station somewhere over here perhaps. So it's a bit chaotic. There's a lot of lines going on at the moment, but as I say, it's a lot better to plan them out now than it is to try and plan them out in the future. But yeah, that just about does it for today, guys. As I say, I'll refer to my opening statement in this video. I do appreciate the views, and I appreciate the support. Got no problems with that at all. But if you think that there's a problem with the video, wait. Don't instantly tell me. It's not a competition. There isn't a prize as to who can point out the error first. Nothing like that. Half the time I'm aware of the error, and I can't fix it without redoing the entire video, and if I redo the entire video there is absolutely no chance that you'll get to see it at the time that you do. So I make sacrifices. There are reasons as to why I don't re-render videos all the time, and it might be a bit rubbish. You know, I'm not exactly proud of that audio echo on Monday's episode, but it's 30 seconds of a 47-minute video, and once it's gone you don't hear it again. That's my verdict on that. So don't be commenting me telling me that there's a problem with the audio 30 seconds into a video, because it's almost like it works against you, because then I know that you're not watching the entire video, and yeah, I mean it's not exactly nice to have that feeling of people not really paying attention because they've spotted an error and that's all they then want to talk about. Not the nicest feeling in the world. Especially when you know you've messed up, but you upload anyway because you don't want to let people down. But yeah, It's an unfortunate thing. It happens a lot. I know. I'm used to it. Been doing this for 4 years now. I'm used to the negativity, but it doesn't mean I like it. That's the key thing. Just because I'm used to it doesn't mean it's necessary. Doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. Bear that in mind, people. Imagine if I say this a lot to people, but imagine if you'd made the video and people were criticizing it. Think how you would feel, and bear that in mind before you start commenting on other people's videos. Not just my videos, anybody's videos. But yeah, it's a bit of a somber note to end it on, but I feel it has to be said. Because YouTube is a very volatile community at times, and it's nice to sort of rein it in now before it gets a bit out of hand. So yeah, there are errors, there are mistakes. I'm not perfect. This isn't my full-time job. You know, I've got uni and I've got other things going on that do take up a lot of time. Sometimes I'm rushing to get a video finished, which is where mistakes creep in. I admit that, and I accept that. And, you know, I admit that it's not necessarily the most professional way of doing things. I know all that. But, at the same time, being reminded of mistakes isn't that particularly pleasant either. So, I say one last time, bear that in mind. Just bear that in mind, that's all I'm asking. But apart from that, thank you very much everybody for watching. See, I'm messing around here as I'm doing the outro, seeing things that need to be fixed. Thank you very much everybody for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're enjoying the series. Drop some comments down below with ideas for future episodes. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you guys for your continued support. And until next time, I will see you soon.